Does the 24-105 f2.8 Z lens from Canon work on the Red V-Raptor? Well, yes, it does. And it's almost the perfect package for a run and gun setup, but it's not without its compromises. So let's take a closer look. Biggest one for us, first of all, is the image circle. It's great on full frame, but unfortunately, it doesn't really work on a VistaVision sensor. Anything wider than about 35-37mm, you're getting huge vignetting at 8K on V-Raptor. 7K seems to be a little bit better. 6K is an okay sweet spot, but 5K is where you're not going to notice any vignetting. Image stabilization works on modes 1 and 2, and it's clear to see that it works very well. Distortion on the wide end is pretty wild, and if you're going for that look creatively, then great, but if you're looking for a more settled look, then maybe this lens isn't for you unless you're willing to add a step to your post-production workflow. In Canon cameras, it's corrected really well in camera, but unfortunately, you don't have that luxury in V-Raptor. The lovely aperture ring on this lens unfortunately does not work, which is such a shame because it's a lovely feature on this lens. However, the control ring on the front of the lens does work, and we've set that in the options to iris, and you can also set it to a whole bunch of different options too. Autofocus works really, really well. From our tests, it's snappy, it's reliable. Of course, your mileage may vary. It depends on your subject, it depends on your lighting, but from our initial tests, the autofocus is actually really, really good. In version 1.8.5 of the firmware which this camera's running, the autofocus face tracking does work, which is in beta, but I believe Red are in works to improve the algorithm even further, which you can test in the latest beta, but unfortunately, we're not brave enough to put the beta on here, so we're on release 1.8.5. So from our initial tests, it is an awesome package with V-Raptor. It's not without its compromises and caveats, but as long as you're aware of them, this can be an absolutely killer run and gun, mini dock style package that with just this small rig, you can achieve some absolutely incredible results. It has that dependable, predictable Canon L glass optical quality that looks fantastic. It's clean, it's sharp, contrast and colors are as you'd expect from Canon L glass. It's never going to be the most creative and exciting looking lens, but it still looks great and is definitely a dependable and reliable lens.